Hi guys, Ruth here, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to build a go-to-market strategy for your SaaS product. First thing first, what is a go-to-market strategy and why do you even need that? Your go-to-market strategy is your plan to acquire the first few customers, the first traction, the first feedbacks when you first launch your SaaS product, your app, whatever you want to call it. A common mistake that a lot of first-time founders make is assuming that they would create a beautiful, perfect product and people would just come to them. That's not how life works. Hopefully, if you've been here a while, you already know that. You can't just build something and assume people will come. You have to market it. You have to get eyeballs on your product to actually get installs, getting customer feedback, and start growing your product and your business. In order to do that, your go-to-market plan is your plan of what you would do from the first day you launch your product, how to get your first paid customers, how to get traction, all the things I mentioned before. Now, you might be thinking, okay, a go-to-market strategy, a launch plan, this is something big. I'm going to get a lot of buzz online, on social media. I'm going to get media coverage. You're really thinking something big. And that must feel pretty daunting because you think about the Googles and Facebooks of the world, wherever they launch something new, we all hear about it and it's a huge, big deal. Do not worry, this doesn't have to be you. In fact, most likely, your product is not going to make huge splashes when you first launch it. And that's a good thing. If you're doing things right, your product is not necessarily going to be media ready from day one. You are building smart. You're building an MVP, releasing it, and getting some customer feedbacks so you can improve it and reach product market fit. And if you are excited at the thought of a huge launch with a lot of attention to it, think about this fact that when you first launch your very first product, you probably don't want the whole world looking because it might crash and burn. It might not be ready for the amount of customers you want it to be ready for. Growth for any product is incremental. That doesn't mean it needs to be slow, but it does mean that you should probably get started with a lean launch, with a quiet launch for the very first time. And then as you have more resources and as more people know about you, you can think about the bigger options. So how do you create a go-to-market strategy? There are a lot of different options out there. There are a lot of different approaches, but I have a 4-step go-to-market strategy plan for you that would help you create a very lean, low-cost go-to-market strategy for your product that will allow you to start getting customers from day one, literally. As I take you through these 4 steps, I'm also going to give you examples from one of the products that we've launched in the last year or so. This product is EasyCall. It is a call center software, and we actually had 2 launches for this product. The first one didn't go so well, mostly because we didn't quite get a good product market fit. We didn't quite understand what our customers wanted. The second one is actually very recent and it's going much better. We're feeling the traction, we're seeing things happening, and I'm going to take you through how we did this and applied all of the things I'm talking about to our product EasyCall. So the first step of any product, before you even talk about a go-to-market plan, is your key value proposition. Be very clear about what your key value proposition is. What is the one thing, the one problem that your product solves to your customers? This is basically your product tagline. All right, this is what your customers are going to get out of this product, the main value that you are giving into the world and into your customers. Be as specific about it as possible. What is the main problem you are tackling? Using EasyCall as an example, on our first launch, our key value proposition was a click-to-call widget where you can call directly from the website anywhere in the world for free for the customer. It's a pretty cool value proposition, but it wasn't enough. And we didn't know that. We didn't know that our customers would want a call center. Just a small widget is not enough for them. So this is the main thing we changed when we went on to do our second launch. And on the second launch, the key value proposition was a virtual call center that fits any size of business, starting at a single person and ending at an enterprise. The second step is to understand and know what your your target audience is. Define very clearly who is your target audience. Where are they hanging out? What are they interested in? What are their problems? How much are they willing to pay for the problem you are solving? Are they willing to pay? Because if they don't, you don't have a business here. Know what they're interested in, know their language, understand them so that you can make sure your product is actually a good fit for their problem. Make sure you know where they are online or offline so you can market to them in the places they are hanging out in. Don't just think these things through, guys. Actually write them down. Write down who your target audience is and where they are and how you can reach them. Now, this might be more than one group. You might have a few groups in your target audience. Try to be as specific as possible and decide, are you targeting all of these groups at the same time, or on your first launch are you focusing on one group where you think you would have an easier way in so you can start getting traction from them. Again, EasyCall as an example directs two main types of businesses. The one is SMBs, small and medium businesses that either don't have a call center or are looking to save some costs on their existing call center. For this kind of group, we knew that a few things were very important. We needed to give them a self-service option where they can actually set it up on their own independently. We needed to give them something that is pay-as-you-go or lower priced, where they can actually get started without committing to a lot of dollars each month, which other call centers require them to do. And we needed to be as simple as possible so that they can go with it. So it fits someone who is a single person operating their business, but also someone who is bigger and maybe have a small team. The other team is the enterprise, the bigger businesses. These businesses have a team that operates the call center. They have some more requirements, technically and business-wise. And we needed to make sure to give these people not only a self-service option, but also a guided onboarding option with us. We needed to give them the option to get a demo and to get a client manager from us. As far as the product goes, we needed to make sure we integrated with as many of their products as possible, which is why on our first launch, we only launched on Shopify, but on our second launch, we also launched on Crisp and Gorgeous and are still working on some other integrations with help desk software, because these allow us to reach these bigger customers who are looking for a call center that works with their help desk software. The third step is to know your competition and the demands of the market. So you would have to do at least some basic research into your competition before you even started developing. What are their features? What are their prices? Where are they positioning themselves? What are they missing? This is a very important thing. What are your competitors missing that you could do better? It might be an easier interface, it might be cheaper prices, and it might be a new innovative feature that none of your competitors have, or maybe they do have it but are not doing it well enough. You have to have this one thing that differentiates you from your competitors. If you don't, then you might need to rethink your idea before you even go to the go-to-market plan. Because how do you market a product that exists already? You need to fight for the same customers, and it's kind of difficult to tell them they should switch over to you if you're not offering anything new. So figure out who your competitors are, learn about them, and learn what you can do differently to reach a different audience or the same audience in a different way. For example, the call center niche is pretty competitive, but some of our competitors are Talkie and Aircall and Cloud Talk. But what we are trying to do is not only be more affordable, but also offer some features that will allow you as a business to support international clients without having to buy international numbers. Right now, in order to create a call center that supports different countries without your customers having to call an international line, you have to buy numbers in their countries. But with EasyCall, you don't have to. You can just offer a widget where they call you on the web without buying a new phone number. There are other things we are innovating on and other things we're doing differently, but if I go in and go in depth on that, it's never going to end. Do your market research, check who your competitors are and where you are different. And lastly, the fourth step is distribution. Now that you are ready, that you've got all of the intel that you need, you have to actually sit down and build your distribution plan. And your distribution plan can be so many different things. It could be marketplaces, it could be launching on Product Hunt, it could be paid advertising, it could be SEO. There are a lot of different options. One of our all-time favorite is marketplaces. And this is why I love the concept of building a micro SaaS. We have a full video all about micro SaaS. I'm gonna put it up here so you can go and check it out out if you're interested. But in a nutshell, with a micro SaaS, you actually get to launch on a marketplace where you have automatic free eyeballs. This is like SEO, but in a much smaller niche of people who are relevant for your product. For example, EasyCall. We launched EasyCall on Shopify and from day one started getting installs. These were not the best quality installs and most of the customers churned very quickly because, like I said in the beginning, we didn't have good market fit. But we learned a lot from this first launch that didn't go as we expected. We learned what we were missing and we learned what our smaller customers wanted and what our bigger customers wanted and adjusted accordingly. We worked for a few months, built all of these big features that were missing and launched it again. Now on Shopify it's already been launched, so all we can do is send out emails to our customers and to the people who left us saying, hey, we have some new features, go ahead and check it out. But we also launched it on new marketplaces like Crisp and Gorgias, like I mentioned, and working on some others. And this worked so well. We started getting, from the first launch at Crisp, a lot of new leads. We started getting leads weekly and new installs weekly from larger and smaller customers. And this is exactly what we wanted. We basically created an automatic leads machine by building this product as an add-on to different platforms. We integrated it with a CMS, Shopify, and are planning to integrate it with other CMSs, and we integrated it with CRMs that can also get us some leads. What are the plans for the future? We are working on SEO already from the first launch to build up our SEO juice to our website, and so we can use it for leads in future, but it's a long process. SEO is a long-term process. If you're just starting to build your product, you should probably start working on SEO right now. And we will do some PPC in the future once we feel like the product market fit is good enough and customers are staying. As long as we are still losing customers because of some missing features, we are going to continue building them and using free advertising tools. And this is a general approach that I really recommend on any launch. A launch doesn't have to be a big deal. It can be something that uses your current audience if you have it on social or on email or SMS and sending them details about this new feature or new product. Or it can be something that is basically a bunch of small integrations with different marketplaces where you can get found very easily. Can you buy huge media? Can you buy a lot of ads? Yeah, of course you can. If you have the resources and you know what you're doing, you should. But if you don't have the resources or you are not sure you know what you're doing, don't waste your time and money. Start by launching for as free as possible. Use your product as its own launch mechanism. These were some of my best tips on building a go-to-market strategy. I am sure there are a lot of other tactics that I don't know of or that I didn't think about. I would love to hear from you. What are your strategies for go-to-market? What do you think I missed and what should be added here? Also, have you tried any of the strategies I talked about? Because if you have, I want to know about it. Let us know in the comments, and if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button so we know you like these videos and can make more of them, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.